exactly 5 cards, very slowly.
5 cards.
You said 5?
Yeah.
That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. It's not it, right? No, it's fine. No, I know what happened. It didn't work. No, it was fifth, but it jumped off the pack in the air. It folded itself twice and landed perfectly underneath the face of your watch. Turn your hand over slowly.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another very special interview. Today we're joined by one of the most spellbinding arrivals to the London scene this autumn, following several international milestones, ranging from wine celebrities such as Whoopi Goldberg or Kelly Clarkson to being crowned as the best magician of 2022. Asi Wind sets foot in the heart of the West End with his latest show, Incredibly Human, guaranteed to take aback even the most upfront scepticals. Join us as we sit and chat with the acclaimed illusionist, and we find out more about a show that's certain to hold all the aces.
So how does it feel to be bringing this show finally to the very heart of the West End?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you told me the kid version of me when I was like, I'm going to do a show in London, I would die.
Yeah.
I mean, I love this city. Just walking down the street and seeing the architecture and just the details and it just blows my mind. And the food 20 years ago when I was here was not good.
No.
Now it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So first of all, I love being in London.
Yes.
So that's to me already a big plus. Secondly, this venue that is brand new is unbelievable. The fact that you can control the height of every seat and you can turn it around, I mean, that's a dream. So we designed the perfect space to do exactly the show we want to create. So it's a thrill.
And what's that show that you want to create regarding space, regarding style? What are we in store to see?
So obviously, my first mission as a magician is to blow your mind. Like I want people to come in and see magic that's going to just be mind-blowing and beautiful. That's the first thing.
Yes.
But the show is called Incredibly Human for a reason. This is a tribute to the human mind. It's a reminder of how incredible we are. And I really hope people walk away inspired.
Yes.
Because to me, it's not about, hey, look at what I could do. So there's a lot of things that we do in the show that are more of a reminder to the audience.
Okay.
Look what you can do.
Okay. Would you say that that is what makes this show different to other magic shows, or is there anything else that...
So look, it's hard for me to say it about myself, but I would say my show is very persona driven. Okay. To me, it's a dialogue. It's a conversation with the audience. You know, a lot of times, like I want people to like the magic, but you know, when we just did a show, an off-Broadway show in New York called The Inner Circle. Yes. And people felt the connection. People came after the show and said, the magic was great, but you know what? We felt something. We felt this bond. And because it's very easy to say, hey, look how clever I am, look what I could do. That's not my goal. It's never been my goal. All the magic I've seen as a kid, you know, from the masters like Juan Tamariz in Spain, when I saw him do magic, I fell in love with the magic, yes, but then I fell in love with him. Okay. And I wanted to spend every second I could with this man. I don't care if he did magic or not. Yeah. So to me, that is it's a goal, and you achieve it by just being real, sincere, and open your heart and listen to the audience. For me, it's like if somebody says something funny, that's awesome. I'm not going to try to up them or anything. So yeah, that is it's very important for me.
You've performed this show before in other locations. Is there anything new that you are bringing specifically for this run in London?
Oh yeah, so we did a version of this in the US, in big theaters. But I've joined forces with an amazing director, Seth Barish, and so before it was a spectacle of magic. It was a bunch of fun moments and just amazing magic. And now I think we achieved this depth that I was after. by telling some personal stories, by pointing out maybe the more universal ideas behind these tricks. And I think we created this extra dimension that I really want to show. So, and this will be the first time that we do it here. So even if somebody saw it in the US, they come see this, it's going to feel like a brand new show.
Marvelous. What is your process when you are, designing the show, but also designing, coming up with new tricks? Because, what we saw before, you would expect, regular cards trick, and then you really blew our mind, So how do you come up, what is your process to come up with these new versions of, tricks that, they feel they have a little bit of traditional magic, but they have so many tricks and feel so original.
Sure. It's a great question. So here's the deal. There's many ways to create magic. I'll describe a couple. So for example, a side obsession of mine is painting. So I always wanted to incorporate painting in my show. So how do you turn painting into something that feels magical? So I found a way, and I'm doing it here, and that excites me. Like every night, I get to hold a brush and a bucket of paint, and I do something with it. So it's like, so magic is obviously my main obsession. It's the thing that's how I earn my living.
Yes.
But I have other obsessions that are more visual art. So there's shadow art in the show. There's music. There's the painting. So I take things from other worlds and try to bring them to this show. That's one way to create it. Another way is you go to sleep and you have this dream. Oh, it would be cool if I could do this. And then I have no idea I'm going to accomplish it. And then you think and you try this and you try that and you try different sleight of hands and apparatus and whatever. And eventually you find a solution. It's a problem basically. Every dream of yours is a problem. And then we find a solution. And we get as close as possible to make something that should not exist in this world to maybe look real on stage.
That's amazing. What are the challenges that, both as a creative and a performer, you usually find when you're, developing shows like these?
You're asking really good, hard questions.
Thank you.
Wow. There are many obstacles. For me, there's a line I live by, and it's every person who has done theater lives by this line, is creating the illusion of the first time, right? And I've added one word to this sentence. The illusion of the first and only time, meaning it never happened before, and it will never happen again. And it's creating this fresh feel that, this is the first time I'm doing this show. This is the first time I'm saying these words. And how do you achieve that? And there's just a million ways to go about it, start from acting methods and whatnot. But to me, since I'm not an actor, it's the idea of being present, being in the moment and really listening to your audience. I don't want my audience to sit passively and watch me do some magic. I want this interaction. I want them to move me as much as I want to move them. Seriously, and it's the only joy I can have in a show. Otherwise, I would be bored to death. If I don't feel my audience and I don't feel, it could be, I'm not, spiritual. I'm spiritual to some degree, but not really. There's even if you're just looking at somebody into the eyes and you see that you are connected, like he gets you and you get him. It just, or her. It's just amazing to me.
Amazing. And if you would have to give me one single reason to come see the show, which one would it be?
If you want your mind blown.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you proved that before, so I think that's a really good question, a really good answer.
I think I tell you something, and I do believe that. There's lots of forms of entertainment. I include food in there.
Okay.
You can, your mind could be blown by food, music, singing, Broadway shows, plays, whatever. Magic has a way to activate something in you unlike any other form. And a lot of people watched magic on TV or this. It's not the same. You have to see it live. It happened to me. I've seen magic on TV and this and that, but the first time I saw it live, it was something else. And magic has to be seen live. So that's a good reason, I think.
Well, looking forward to seeing the show on the 23rd. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.